Good morning, guys. How you doing? Welcome to Recovery Lab TV. My name is Chris. I'm a coach and sports therapist, and today is Tuesday, which means it is our lower body strength session. So, good welcome, good morning, and welcome, good welcome. Hope you're all okay. Hope you're having an amazing day so far. Hope you're having a good week. Hope yesterday went well, and you are all happy and bubbly. The sun is coming up just randomly. It is freezing outside here in Cardiff. Hopefully you are nice and warm though, okay? So, like Brian, good morning. Say hello in the comment section. It is nice to see some names, some faces, and then ask any questions you have during this video in that comment section. Good morning, Lucy. How are you? The things you're going to need today are your trusty mats, okay? A place to sit down on, like a sofa or a chair or a stool or a box. You're going to need something to slide across your floor, okay? Got a nice little Recovery Lab towel. I'm going to use that to slide across. Okay, if you have slip pads, if you have carpet, carrier bags are a brilliant one. Good morning, Anne. You're going to need these little mini bands that we have here, just like so. And you're going to need big red band like so. And if you have weights, like dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, you name it, grab those as well. Ideally, you're going to go as heavy as you can. Within reason, obviously technique is everything and the most important thing. And then obviously it comes down to what you have, right? Don't be afraid if you don't have any sort of equipment and it's your first time here. Literally use your body weight and you'll get the job done, okay? If you just have bands, cool. Use the bands for all the exercises, right? And so on. If you just have weights, use those, okay? All that being said and done, hopefully you're all well and ready and raring to go. Hopefully you're not too sore from yesterday. I know I'm definitely feeling it in my back. But yeah, we're going to loosen ourselves up, get ourselves going and kickstart the day, okay? So if you can, wind it back a little, all right? What you are going to do, okay, is take your knees nice and wide. You're going to sink it down. You're going to draw it up. You're going to squeeze your bum just like so. Sinking it down. Getting that little stretch. Trying to bring your hips to your heels. Okay, your feet are nice and flat. And you'll draw it up and back just like so. Getting a stretch, all right? Now, if you've got sore knees, okay, you won't want to go as deep, okay? And you're getting a bit of a stretch in the hip as you draw down, all right? Now, if you have any questions whatsoever, use that comment section throughout this session. Okay, I will do my best to answer them each and every single question that comes up and about as we get the job done. Okay, so 2 more. Kind of feel it in your heels, in the ankle joint itself, and potentially that quads as you stretch down. And there, just make sure your hips are squeezed at the top, okay? From there, you're going to come up nice and tall with one leg, all right? You're going to place your hands by your heels. You're going to bend at the elbow. You're going to slide it down, keeping it a straight line, tap, and shoot up. Now, if your knee does that as it goes out, okay, that's absolutely fine because you want your hip to open as you go down and come up, right? You just don't want to roll the foot. You want to keep the foot flat. You can stretch out because all it's going to do is mobilize your hip and mobilize your ankle joint. Okay, so big deep breaths, sliding down, nice and easy, stretching out. And there we go. That's it, perfect. Good. Couple more. Last one. Perfect. Good job. Swap sides. Just like so. Hands in on the ankle. Bending that elbow down like so. Sliding it down as deep as you can. Making it happen. Good, big deep breaths, sliding it down, nice and easy. Couple more. Last one. Good. From there, grab yourself your little bands, okay, your mini ones, that little white one I showed you earlier. What's Anne said? Definitely feeling it from yesterday. Yes. It's been intense the last couple of weeks, hasn't it? And I don't know about you guys. Definitely been feeling the difference. But yeah. So you want a hand between your knee and the band, ideally, okay? So you're going to slide down, you're going to lay on one side, okay? If you can, just like that. Okay, now that body is as straight as possible. Your arm is out, your palm is up, okay? You're drawing the shoulder back, okay? So just like you would if you were protracted, so drawing back your shoulders, squeezing your shoulder blades together, okay? That's where I kind of want those shoulders. So when you're lying there, we have a tendency to draw the shoulder forward, okay? What I want you to do is draw it back. So reset, so your spine is straight, shoulders in line, hands on the hips, feet are tucked up, like you would if you were standing still, okay? Then you're drawing out with the heel, keeping those feet dead straight, facing forward. So it's toes forward, knees forward, everything else forward. Just like that, all right? When you draw out with the heel in mind, okay? What you should find is your balance is being challenged because the shoulder is being drawn back and you're dead straight, which means to use a bit more muscles in your abdominals to stabilize. Good, one more. Perfect, nailed it, spinning around. Whew. So same again, all right? Now just drop the shoulder forward, draw it back, okay? So, tucking those toes up, okay, keeping our body straight, draw this shoulder back, okay, the top shoulder, and then draw it up, nice and tall, keeping that leg nice and straight, facing forward, and then working hard to stay balanced. I don't know if you can see me swaying a little. If you're doing it right, you should feel like you're on your hip and your shoulder. Everything else should be off the floor ideally because you're bracing here, which should give you a little window at the bottom. Good, two more. Last one. Great job. Okay, so from there, you are going to be sitting upright. Your legs are going to be straight. You're going to lean back a little, but you're going to emphasize that chest so that back is straight. Although you're leaning back, okay, still nice and strong. You've got your arms taking the pressure, legs coming up, going out and back in, okay? Now, if you really struggle with it, okay, naturally, you're going to go one side, other side, okay? So it's there, there, if you're really struggling, right? If not, try and keep those feet up if you can, right? You ready? We're on in 3, 2, 1, and go. Big draw out, nice and tall, like so. Try and point those toes, emphasize that chest, really puff it out. Draw it out, a little ab workout, a little hip flexor workout. Plus is working all the sides by here, which generally is a great way to incorporate this because that's what you do when you're moving around. Incorporating everything. Set, good. So 2 more. Last one. There we go. Have a little rest. Shaking it out. Nice and loose. Just like so. Okay, we've got 1 more round like that, and we're moving on. Okay. Whoa. How many people feel the abs from yesterday? I think I still feel the abs from last week. What was that about? So, big deep breath. Got 10 seconds, and then we're going on, okay? Doing amazing so far. Set. 2, legs up, proud chest. Let's go. Point those toes. Keep your knees facing up. Don't externally rotate the knee. Try and keep it dead straight. If it helps, tuck your toes up and draw out like so. Okay. Got 10 seconds. Keep pushing out. Tall as you can. Good, one more. Good. Little shake out. Woo. Nice and easy. Okay, so from there, using our raised object, my sofa. Okay, what you're going to do, you're going to tuck your feet right in. You're going to stick your bum as close to that object as you can. You're going to bring your heels to the edge of the object. Okay, you're already kind of in a bent position here. And as you do so, you're going to come up, all the way up, all the way out, back in, back down the bottom. Okay? All right? So, gently getting ready. Going in 3, 2, 1. Coming up. Big draw out, back in, tap back down, shoot back up. That's it. Keep it up. Keep it going. Good. One more. Good. Draw it down. Shake it out. Whew. So your next one, if you can, right? You're either going to go from there. You're going to draw up nice and tall like you were, okay? You're going to come up. You're going to draw here, okay? So you got a right angle this side, right angle that side, and draw back down, okay? That one, what you're going to do, you're going to alternate the leg driving up, okay? So you're either coming up, keeping that right angle, alternating like so, or you have two legs down, you're drawing up like so, getting a straight line from your shoulder all the way up to your knee, and then driving back down, okay? So, gently get ready. Go to 3, 2, 1, and go. Big drive up. Keep it up, keep driving. 2 more. Great job, well done. Shake it out. Whew. So, you're going to gently keep your straps on at the moment, get your bands. Whew. Readjust if you can. Take it about a hand width again, top, so if they slid up with that previous exercise, and just gently adjust, okay? I'm just gonna adjust the camera for you guys so you can see the top part of my head. All right, so this next one, okay? For now, it's just a nice little body weight version. Okay, you're gonna hold your hands across your chest. You're gonna draw your feet out a little wide. As long as your knees track your toes, okay, and there's not a problem, right? People always say, should I have my feet that way, feet this way? As long as your knees follow where your toes are going, you will not have any knee pain, okay? All right, so from there, it's hips back first, draw out, come down, tap, shoot back up, okay? So it's from there, hips back, come down, tap. This angle here should look like this angle here, okay? And then you're driving up and squeezing at the top, okay? So super, super important. You ready? Go to 3, 2, 1, and go deep as you can. Tap, big drive up, all right? Good, 2 more. Good, last one. Good job, well done. So from there, shake your band off for a second. Okay, your little red bands, if you got them, grab them. Okay, now this one, little tougher. Okay, gonna hold it underneath your feet, trapping it down. Now, if you can, what you're gonna do, you're gonna either hold it here. Okay, be aware of your lights. All right, no knocking those lights out. Okay. Both yourself or the actual light. You're coming up nice and tall, okay? Arms are dead straight, you're gonna sit down and drive up nice and tall, okay? You ready? Or you're holding it here. Again, tapping the elbows, drawing back up, all right? So, gently get ready, grab your bands, okay? Pressing up as tall as you can. That band should be above your crown, just like so. All right, go to 3, 2, 1, deep as you can. Same sort of angle as you were before. Keeping those arms the same distance away, all the way through. One more. Good job. Chucking it down. Slip this band away. Slide this band back on, all right? How are we feeling so far? Too sore on the knees, okay? So if you're sore on the knees, what I want you to do is grab an object, sit down to the object, then drive up, okay? All right? If you can't go that low, draw back here, draw back up. It's that hip action that's going to help strengthen your hip, everything that attaches to it. So the quads, the hamstrings, the hip muscles, and then just get that bend slightly backwards, then draw up, okay? If you can, stick the white bands back on, or your equivalent, just above the knee, all right? So don't focus on depth, Ryan, okay? Focus on hip hinge. Okay, so that hip angle going there, draw forward, okay? You'll still get the development, all right? You'll just be able to work within your range and ideally pain-free, okay? All right, let me know on the next round, okay? For everybody else, okay, bands on, exactly like exercise number 1. Arms across here, deep as you can. Use those elbows as a guide, okay? Deep as you can, right? You're doing amazing. Keep it up. Big deep breaths. Go to 3, 2, 1, and go. Deep as you can. Big draw up. Squeeze the bum at the top. It's going to wake up those glutes, those hip muscles, okay? Get them activated, and then that way it's going to safeguard the knees when you're going as deep as you can and then drawing up. And then that way the pressure's on the quads and not the joints. Good, keep it up. Good job. One more. Good. Again, sliding this off. Grab your headbands if you can. Getting yourself ready. Be aware of your lights. If you have low ceilings, like I do. Low ceilings and a tall man equals broken light fins. Okay, so getting ready. Coming up. 3, 2, 1. Deep as you can. Two more. Good job. Chuck it down, grab yourself a drink, shake it out, let me know how you're feeling. Hopefully legs upper traps are on fire. Great job, guys. Really, really good. Super, super tough. So, next one. If you've got weights, grab them. If you've got those slip pads, okay, or towels, grab those, okay? Now, first exercise, okay, you got several different options. All right, how are we feeling? Red band, it's a tough one. Yeah, super, super tough. What bands are really good for is the neural stability, okay? So if you need to learn the control, okay, you want to get strong neurally and physically, okay, without putting pressure on the joints, bands are the way forward, okay? Weights, as much as they're great and they get you stronger, there are also external loads on the joints. Bands, you don't have that, okay? It's all about the muscles, all right? So if you have any injuries or anything like that, bands are always the way forward. It's not necessarily heavy. You can just slow it down to get the stress because your body responds to stimulus, not a number on your kettlebell, all right, or dumbbell or barbell, whatever you got, okay? So slip pads there, right? Now, if you don't have one, okay, we're gonna do this all beautiful hamstring exercise, okay, where you're gonna lift up, you're gonna walk it out, just like so. Once you get stretched, okay, you're then gonna shuffle back. Okay, so there's that version, right? The other version is if you put your heels on your pad, okay, come this side, put your heels on your pad, whatever you're on, you lift up, slide out, okay, you drop down, slide back in, come up, slide back out, slow and steady, drop down, slide back in, okay? The last version, okay, you slide back out, you stay off the floor, you slide back in. It's much harder, okay? All you need to do is jump within your range or whatever you're able to do, okay? There's no right or wrongs, and there's no one that is better. It's all based on what you're able to do, okay? The next one, right? You're either going to have your bands underneath your feet and you're going to hold your bands like so, okay? Or you're going to have some weights in your hands and you're going to have your feet directly underneath your hips. You're going to draw back with your hips and literally slide your fingers down your knees all the way to the floor and all the way back up. Now, the way that looks from the side is you go to proud chest, you push your bum out, your shins stay straight, you go down, and you go as low as you can, keeping a straight shin and a straight back. You come up, you squeeze forward, you don't lean back like that, okay? You just tuck under, okay? So squeeze your bum, stand tall, go again, all right? So, take your time coming from the floor to your feet, because some of you are going to get lightheaded because all the blood's going to be in your feet and not in your head. So take your time coming up, all right? If you need to stand down, stand up for a second before you go, excuse me, then by all means do so. If you need to slowly come up, then slowly come up, okay? Take your time with it. Don't want anybody feeling dizzy, lightheaded, thrown up, or being passed out or whatever. All right, so stay safe. Okay, ready? So going up 3, 2, 1, big stretch out. It's a steady out and then powerful back if you're doing the third version. Keep it up. Good, big deep breath. Two more. Last one. Good job. Taking the time coming up, spinning around. Nice and easy. Take your time now, okay? Especially if you're starting to feel lightheaded. All right? So, proud chest. Hands in front, draw your shoulders back though, okay? Feet hip width, not shoulder width, hip width. Okay, slow and steady down. Take your time. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Shoot it up. So deep as you can. Most important thing is how straight that back is, okay? So if you can't go deep because your back starts rounding, then don't. Simple as that. Two more. Last one. Nice and steady. Taking your time. Good job, well done. Gently shake it out. Nice and easy. Whew. So have a little rest. We got 2 more rounds like that, okay? So it's nice and steady, nice and easy. Stretch it out. If you sit like this, you'll stretch your quads out in the meantime. If it's too painful for either your ankles or the quads themselves because they're too tight, okay, then what I'd recommend is using those foam rolling videos that we have on our channel. If you head to our main page, will be towards the bottom. You'll see them. There's about 3 or 4 of them, okay? So make sure you're doing those type of things after the session each and every time, okay? How are we doing? And so what we're saying, extension of the knee really hurts on the first exercise, okay? So what you need to potentially do then is check if your knees are straight as they extend, okay? And go out, or drop down to a stage where you are, depending on how painful it is, if it's kind of over a 5 or 6 out of 10 and it's a dull ache, okay, try and draw down super slowly, drop your bum, slide back in, lift up, and then go again. If not, walk it out and keep your hips up and keep your feet in line, all right? So slightly readjust. If it's too much, then let me know. I'll give you an alternative. Good, so it's interesting. How often are you foam rolling here? Okay, possibly look into adding that into it because it's clearly affected by the knee joint itself, where it's pulling on from up there. So if you're pulling down to help lengthen this and contract the posterior chain, then as that lengthens and this shortens, it's going to naturally pull a little bit more on it. Okay, so maybe releasing tibial anterior a little bit more, lateral aspect of your quads, and you're coming up to your TFL. That should help alleviate the pain you're potentially experiencing, you know. But yeah, so take your time. If you have to do the first version that I showed where you walk out, okay, and if it's still too painful, let me know, because then effectively you can lay on your front, okay, and have a resistance band around your ankles and extend your legs outwards and then draw them back in, okay? So that's a different version as well, depending on, but let me know, okay? So gently getting ready, lifting up nice and tall, big stretch out, super slow, but keep those toes facing upwards with the knees facing up, then drive it in, okay? So the most important part is the hip and then that leg alignment where you go in there. Now if it's too sore but you want to do this version, go to the point where you can tolerate it and then whip back, okay? Because it's still going to work as you're lengthening and tensing the quads and the hamstrings. Effectively, it's working within your range of pain tolerance, okay? That's interesting. Good, keep it up. Last one. Good job. Take your time, gently coming up. How'd you find that one, Andy? Bruising under the kneecap. What it could be, mate, is that exercise video I sent you and the one you've been doing, it could be that. So, like I said, in regards to those foam rolling recommendations, look to do that, mate, okay? And then readjust those cleats on your pedals accordingly. But take your time, right? What I'd probably recommend is easier sessions on the bike until that's readjusted. Good. So slow and steady, nice and easy. Yeah, because if you put power through it, it might not be able to tolerate it right now. So easing it down to a zone 2 effort, just to get that realignment, or maybe slightly shift the cleats over so it's a little bit straighter on the shoe, a little bit more in line, but keep them equal from one shoe to the other. Squeeze at the top, draw the shoulders back, emphasize that chest, squeeze that back as you go down. 2 more. Good job, well done, shake it out. So, big deep breaths, little rest if you need it. If it is too painful, mate, okay, use that band, hook it onto your feet, and then effectively, you're going to be coming there as you extend and draw back, okay? We want to do it slowly. Put a towel around the band around your ankles because it will be pulling at your leg here. And then don't fully extend because the band will naturally shoot up. Just be careful with it, okay? But yeah, let me know how you're getting on. Same with everybody else. Let me know how you're doing, how you're finding it so far. How are your hamstrings? Typically, we are all quad dominant. Okay, so we generally tend to struggle with our calves, hamstrings, glutes, back, because we tend to sit down like this and slouch. You know, we tend to get tight here, which pulls on our back. We tend to get tight around our shoulders, upper traps, you know, so we draw in. And it's all time basically sat down, working, doing nothing, chilling out. Phones nowadays, iPads, you name it, it's all happening. So that posterior chain is kind of like a brick wall, so it pins everything up, holds everything up a little bit better. So if you struggle with your posture, you struggle with back pain, hip pain, knee pain, generally improve that posterior chain and it'll sort most things out, okay? So Jenny, get ready. Yeah, so the reason why it might not be both of those sides is because you may stand to one side, you may sit to one side, you may tuck one leg under, you know, so different tightnesses happen through daily activities. So maybe look at how you're standing, how you're moving, how you're holding certain postures. If you sit in a certain way, if, like for example, a corner sofa, if you sit in a corner and lean to that one side, it's all going to make a difference. So it's not necessarily how you exercise, but it's how you live, okay? So have a little think about that, because quite often it's the things you do for long durations of time that have the greatest impact, okay? So, Jenny, getting ready. Last round. Go to 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, powerful as you can. One more. Great job. Spinning around. Whew. Coming up nice and tall. Grab your stuff. deep as you can, okay? So proud chest, emphasize it much as possible. Deep as you can, going down. So keep pushing back as deep as you can, you got it. Set, nice, proud chest. Two more. Last one. Good job, well done. Shake it out, guys. So, chuck it all down, chuck it all out of the way. A few little stretches, and jobs are good. And how are we all feeling? Let me know. So, to begin with, coming down in the first stretch that we did, where you're coming here. This time, you're gonna hop your knees out, bring your hips to your heels, and then you're gonna walk your hands away deep as you can. Just like so. Amazing job, guys. Honestly, really, really good. Take your time. Good. From there, coming up, draw your hips down, stretching up nice and tall, lengthening those out. So I hope you all had an amazing day. Hope you enjoyed today's session. Hope you learned a little. If you have any questions, by all means, drop me a message on this channel. Hit me up on Instagram. The socials are all on our About section on this page. So if you haven't got me already, search for me there. And we've got our discussion board. So if you don't want to message on the video itself, use that discussion board and get some conversation going, okay? So from there, you're gonna draw up nice and tall. If you can, you're gonna hold this. If you can and have the flexibility, you're gonna hold that. And if you've got even more flexibility, you're gonna hold that. Okay, so keeping those elbows in line with those heels, keeping your toes, your fingers facing forward, and then a big stretch, embracing it at the bottom. Amazing. From there, leaning back, just like so, getting that leg as straight as you can, holding onto your toes if you have the flexibility. And big deep breaths, okay? Whew. Well done, guys. So swap sides. So again, hands by your heel. If you can, drop the elbow down. If you really can, then drop the other one down. Make it nice and easy for yourself. Deep as possible. Good. Again, from there, coming up, leaning back, Big, powerful stretch. Good. From there, feet together, arms on the back, nice proud chest, toes tucked up. Phenomenal effort, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's session. Like I said, don't forget to give a bit of feedback in the comment section, give it a little thumbs up on the way out, and subscribe if you haven't already. Become a part of the community. Let's grow together. Let's make this channel even better, because the more guys that subscribe, the more I can do on this channel. Have an amazing day. If you fancy it and you're about tonight, live at 6:30, we have our indoor cycling sessions. Okay, they're called watt bike sessions because I'm on a watt bike. It doesn't mean that you need a watt bike. You can have a turbo, you can have a Peloton bike, you can have just a normal turbo, you name it, whatever you got. If you want to join me, I'll be live on here at 6:30 tonight, okay? If not, I'll see you tomorrow, ready for that recovery session. Lord knows I will need it tomorrow morning. Have an amazing day, okay, guys? If you have any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to help, but you got to reach out first, okay? Take care, have a lovely one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.